Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome to spring. Welcome to the first day of spring, you guys. I am so excited. You guys know this is my season. This is my time to shine, honey. Yes, the spring is here. So in today's video, I want to share with you some fragrances that I'm super excited to wear for spring. And all these fragrances happen to be designer fragrances. I'm definitely going to follow this video up with a niche fragrance for spring video, obviously. But I love starting with designer fragrances because, I mean, that's where I started from. That's my home base when it comes to wearing fragrances. So I'm going to suggest some to you, but I mean, just to let y'all know, these are the fragrances that I'm wearing, okay? So you're going to see some old fragrances, you're going to see some new fragrances, but let's just talk about some designer spring fragrances today. So if you want to know what I'm super excited to wear this spring, then please continue to watch. Guys, before we get started with the video, please make sure you like this video, thumbs it up so YouTube knows you love my content. Leave me a comment down below so we can get to know each other, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Okay, you guys, so let's jump right into the first fragrance. She's a little bit of an oldie. I guess she's an oldie because I think this fragrance was released in 2019. So yeah, she's an oldie, but she's a goodie. This is by Chanel and this is Chance Au Tendre. And y'all, I love this fragrance, okay? I love it so much. This is my definition of clean and soapy done right, okay? I don't like a whole lot of fragrances that smell soapy. I do have some in my collection, but this one right here, she is very special. This is a floral fragrance. It's actually a fruity floral fragrance, but on me, it just gives me clean, soapy vibes. So in the morning, if I'm gonna run errands or I mean, it doesn't matter whatever you're doing in the spring. I feel like spring, you're more elevated. I know for me, I'm more elevated. Even if I'm just out running errands and just doing things that I need to do, I'm wearing a nice sundress or a nice two-piece or just a nice outfit. I'm definitely not schlepping like how I tend to do in the winter because it's cold. So I'm just throwing on Ugg slippers or Uggs and a sweatsuit. In the spring, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'm a little bit more elevated in my attire. So something like this is going to go with a dress. It's going to go with pants. It's going to go with a nice two-piece, a nice co-ward set that I love. This smells clean. It smells soapy. It's something that I love to pull for in the mornings. When it's fresh and crisp outside and the breeze is blowing lightly, the birds are chirping, this is the type of fragrance that I want to smell. I don't want to smell anything too sweet, too florally, to this, to that. This is the perfect fragrance for the morning. So let me tell you the notes. It opens up with quince, there's grapefruit, there's hyacinth, jasmine, musk, iris, Virginian cedar, and amber. So this is technically a warm floral fragrance because it definitely has amber in the base, but I'm not getting anything too warm and sexy. This is really like floral, soapy on my skin, and I love it. It's also a little bit powdery. Definitely has like a little powdery nature to it, but the base of this is clean and soapy, and I love it. So for me, guys, spring is a time to wear fragrances that smell fruity, floral, very feminine, very pretty. It is just pretty fragrance season in my opinion. And this fragrance right here had me at hello from the first day I smelled her. This is such a pretty girl. This is by Tumi and this is Whisper. I love this fragrance so much, and y'all know that if you watch my channel regularly, like I speak about this fragrance a whole lot on the channel. If you've been interested in this fragrance and you want to save some coins, you can save 30% off with my code Aisha30 on the So Avant-Garde website. This right here is just simply gorgeous, okay? This is a pretty girl fragrance. It's an easy fragrance. It's a fragrance that you can throw on day to day, every single day in the spring. It's a fragrance that you can dress up if you want to at night. If you're doing something early in the evening and it's not super sexy, let's say you're going on a boat ride or a sunset dinner or something like that, I feel like this is the perfect fragrance because you're not doing too much, but you're doing just enough. It is so pretty. Now, the notes on Fragrantica, it's just plum, moss, and I believe rose. Let me read you the notes from the So Avant-Garde website because there's much more to this fragrance. There's rose, there's geranium, there's red lychee, there's orris, there's jasmine, there's smoked amber, there's oud and isoe super. So it's definitely more layers than just a simple rose and plum fragrance. It is very pretty, but let me tell you something, the oud in this fragrance is not creamy, it's not woody. It just adds a little bit of something. It just gives a little bit of depth to the fragrance. But honestly, it's not anything that you can pick up in the fragrance. It's just blended together with the florals and the fruity notes, and it smells incredible. Like I said, if you're interested, you can save 30% using my code Aisha30 on soavantgarde.com. If you love fruity, feminine, pretty fragrances in your soft girl era, then this is for you. Tumi Whisper. The way I despise the bottle of this next fragrance that I'm about to show y'all, but also the way I love the juice that's in this fragrance, once this is done, I'm afraid I will have to buy another one, but thank God the bottle design is different. This is by Lancôme, and this is Idôle. This is the original Idôle, okay? This came out in 2019, I believe. Yeah, this is another 2019 release. I love this fragrance, y'all. This is vanilla, there's pear, there's rose. It is so incredibly juicy. Now, I will say, I smelled the latest flanker to Idôle, and I don't like her. I don't like her. I can't tell you what it was that I didn't like about her. I just know when I smelled the fragrance, I went specifically to smell the fragrance. I smelled the fragrance and I was like, yeah, no, not for me. Can't tell you why I didn't like it, but it was a not for me at first sniff, okay? And I'm not going to revisit it. It is what it is. But this right here, I love it, okay? A lot of people might call it basic. A lot of people might say it's boring, this, that, the third, but I just love it. It's fresh, it's juicy, it's fun for the spring. If you love vanilla, but you want a vanilla that you can wear in the spring and summer, this is it right here. But you have to love rose and you have to love pear because you smell the rose and the pear. The dry down of this fragrance is so creamy. It is just beautiful. I love this fragrance, y'all. The bottle, janky, cannot stand the bottle, but I love this fragrance. As you can see, I'm under half of this, and like I said, I will definitely repurchase this because I just love it, especially for this time of the year. So it opens up with pear, bergamot, and pink pepper. There's rose, jasmine, white musk, vanilla, patchouli, and cedar. The patchouli in this fragrance is not doing anything to my nose. It's not anything earthy or anything like that. The musk, it's not super musky for me. Like I said, it's like a rosy, pear, sweet, juicy, vanilla, creamy dry down, and I love it, y'all. I just love it. But the bottle, I cannot with the bottle. This bottle, it was made to not stand up. Now they've since changed it, thank God, because I mean, this was just ridiculous. This fell so many times. That's why it's like broken here. It is just a whole hot mess, but I love the juice. And I'm definitely gonna repurchase once this is done. Lancôme Idôle. This next fragrance is an oldie but a goodie. This was released in 2018, but I actually got mine when I went to Bali about 2 years ago. This is a beautiful floral fragrance. So if you're someone that doesn't like fruity florals, this is the perfect fragrance for you because when I say this is floral, okay? This is by Dior, Christian Dior's Privé line, and this is Sakura. This is a very floral fragrance, but I love it. I love florals, especially in the spring. I mean, florals in the spring, is that groundbreaking or not? Like, you definitely want to wear floral fragrances in the spring. It just speaks to the season and the mood and the vibe of everything. So let me tell you all the florals that's in this fragrance. It opens up with green notes, but it's not super green to my nose. But there's Japanese cherry blossom, there's rose, jasmine, and hedione. There's white musk, mimosa flower, and violet. I mean, very, very floral. It smells like a garden, and it is so pretty, but not in I haven't sprayed this in a while, so let me give myself a little refresher. Not in a super dated kind of way. This also smells a little fresh and clean in a way because of how the florals are put together. It definitely has a more clean, soapy type of vibe, but not like the Chanel Chance. But you must love floral fragrances because this is a floral fragrance. But it's so pretty. Like, it just reminds me of going to an outdoor event. This is the perfect fragrance to wear outdoors in the spring because it's on a warmer day, not on a cooler spring day, but a warmer spring day when the breeze is blowing, but it's still a little warm. If you're going to be outside, let's say a garden party or just an event that's outdoors, you want to wear something that's a little fresh, clean, soapy, green, floral. You don't want the bees to be attracted to you too much, so you don't want anything that's too sweet. And this is just perfect for an outdoor setting. I would definitely wear this if I'm going to be outdoors. And I got the small bottle because, I mean, I don't get a whole lot of springtime here. I feel like a lot of my fragrances are fall, winter because that's the longest seasons that we have here. But I just love it. It's soapy, it's floral, it's clean, it's fresh, it's not super sweet, and it smells very elegant. Sakura by Christian Dior. So one of the newest fragrances that I'm excited to wear this spring is by Hermès, and this is Barénia. She is the hot girl on the block, honey. A lot of the girls are talking about Barénia, and it's for good reason. This fragrance is gorgeous, okay? It smells so good. It's simple. It's not a whole lot going on to it, but it just smells really good. It's a woody fragrance, but it's a fresh, woody, kind of earthy, a little green type of vibe, and I love it. Love it so much that I have the 100 ml bottle and also the travel size. I love traveling with decants and travel size fragrances in my purse because I just want to refresh throughout the day, not because the fragrance has worn off of me, because I promise you I spray my fragrance without it being worn off. I just love to smell perfume all the time. I definitely had to pick up the travel spray as well, but this fragrance, like I said, guys, it's kind of green, it's kind of fresh, it's kind of woody, it has depth, but it's still a very feminine, pretty fragrance. So it opens up with miracle berry, there's bergamot, white ginger lily, patchouli, akigala wood, and oak. When I told y'all about this fragrance before, I told you that it smells like Twilly's older auntie or rich auntie. That's what the vibe of this fragrance is. It kind of gives me Twilly vibes, but maybe a little bit more mature than Twilly. But it doesn't smell dated or it doesn't smell too old or anything like that. It still smells fresh and young and new, but just more sophisticated than the Twilly fragrance. I love it so much. Barénia by Hermès. Speaking of which, it's not going to be spring around these parts without Twilly. Twilly is sandalwood, it's ginger, it's tuberose, done right, okay? I love tuberose, I really do, but there's a lot of tuberose fragrances out there that just don't work for me. The tuberose is just too heady, it's too animalic, it just has too much of what I don't like of tuberose. But this tuberose, it's a more bubblegummy kind of tuberose, and then it has ginger and sandalwood. This fragrance is sweet. It is so beautiful. It is so gorgeous. Now, I don't think it's for everybody because every time I come on here and I say Twilly is that girl, I love me some Twilly, there's always people in the comment section like, Twilly don't work for me. I can't do that fragrance, yada, yada. So I'm going to say she is not a safe blind buy. And honestly, nothing is a safe blind buy today. Okay, like, let's just put that out there. But it's not as easy as I think it is because for me, it's an easy fragrance. I love tuberose. I love ginger. Of course, I love sandalwood. I love what sandalwood does in fragrances, and it makes it so smooth and so creamy and so grounded in this fragrance. And I just love it. And it's perfect for spring. It's like a spring brunch, spring lunch, errands. You could do whatever you want. Now, at night, I probably want to wear this on like a sexy date night. And I do have a spring date night fragrances video coming up for you guys. But this fragrance right here is perfect for the daytime. So Twilly de Hermès by Hermès. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I did a review on Marc Jacobs Daisy Wild Oh So Intense, and I had the travel spray. And I told you guys that I'm not gonna get the full bottle until the Sephora sale. Why did I lie to y'all like that? Why come? Why did I lie to y'all like that? Because I must have been lying to myself because I really thought I was going to be able to hold out until the Sephora sale because I'm like, it's still cold here. But y'all, I just wanted the bottle. I just wanted it before the sale. So it is what it is. So here we have the full bottle of Daisy Wild Oh So Intense. I told y'all I loved it. Okay. Like, I don't be lying to y'all. When I tell y'all I love something, your girl really loves it. And first of all, the banana flower in this is doing everything it needs to do. You guys know that I love banana in fragrances. Duh, obviously. So, I mean, this was a no-brainer. So this opens up with banana flower. There's jasmine, amber, and sandalwood. I have a whole dedicated video to this. If you want to see it, let me know in the comment section and I will send you the link. But this fragrance is a floral fragrance. It's kind of nutty. It kind of smells like it has an almond note in there. I just love it so much. And the bottle is super pretty to me. I know it's probably cheesy to a lot of y'all, but for me, It is pretty and I love it. Daisy Wild, oh so intense. So the next fragrance is also green. So I was gonna actually save this fragrance for my summer video, even though I was gonna be wearing it in the spring. But I was like, let me put it in the video and let the girls know that I'm gonna be wearing this. It's no secret. I mean, it is what it is. You can wear this in the spring and you can wear it in the summer. This is by Valentino and this is Green Stravaganza. It's a flanker to Valentino Donna Buona Roma. But this one smells like its own fragrance. Now the reason why I say it's perfect for the summer is because it's a tea fragrance, and for me, I don't know, I just love my tea and green fragrances in the summer. This is really pretty and perfect for warm weather, warm and hot weather. Like I said, it has a tea note. There's jasmine in this fragrance. There's also vanilla in the base of this fragrance. So it's another warm floral. Wear this on days that it's gonna be hot outside, okay? Because I feel like when your body warms up with this, it is going to be incredible. I purchased this fragrance around October of last year because I was planning on wearing it in Jamaica and I didn't. So I'm really excited to wear it this spring and summer because it smells amazing and I love the Valentino Donna line. So Valentino Donna Buona Roma Green Stravaganza. Okay, let's shake the table a little bit. I feel like I've been showing you guys a lot of safe fragrances and that's perfect for spring, right? Feminine, safe, mass appealing type of scents. But this one right here is definitely gonna shake the table. This is by Tom Ford and this is Rose Prick. I know I stand alone with this one and I'm fine with being alone, okay? I'm fine with being alone in the desert by myself because y'all done abandoned me. But Rose Prick is just that girl for me, okay? This fragrance is definitely an acquired scent. This fragrance is not for everybody, all right? I will say that, I know that. But I will be lying to y'all if I told you that Rose Prick was not gonna be on my spring list. I love this fragrance. It's spicy, it's peppery, it is rosy. It is rose done so right, so unique, so different. And because I'm a rose girl, I have a lot of rose fragrances in my collection. So I needed something that was gonna shake the table. So this one opens up with Sichuan pepper. There's turmeric, there's May rose, Bulgarian rose, and Turkish rose. There's patchouli and tonka bean. Listen, this one right here has my heart. I love it. It is so unique. If you smell this fragrance, you'll probably unsubscribe. You're probably gonna unsubscribe like, oh no, old girl done lost her mind. Like, what is she talking about? But hear me out. If you love rose, right, you probably have a lot of rose fragrances. And sometimes you can get the same type of vibe with rose. You're gonna get the watery rose. You're gonna get the rose and oud. You're gonna get the fruity rose, the warm floral with the rose. Like, you're gonna get the same type of rose fragrances, although they smell amazing. But this one right here, I can honestly tell you guys that within my collection, this is the most unique rose fragrance that I have. And this is a rose bomb. I told y'all it has May rose, Bulgarian rose, and Turkish rose. So you're definitely gonna smell the rose. But that spiciness in the opening is just so different. And the patchouli in the base with the tonka bean, I mean, this is for me a masterpiece, unique fragrance. Not for everybody, in a class by herself. And I've loved this fragrance since it was released, and I love it to this day. Tom Ford Rose Prick. When the next fragrance was released initially, I got it for the bottle, okay? Not even gonna lie to you. It's a really pretty scent, but I really got it because the bottle was just popping. Then they released a flanker. And I'm like, okay, now this one, I love the juice. Even though I definitely wear the juice of the first one, and I do really like it, but this one I love. This is by Prada, and this is Prada Paradoxe Intense. So Prada Paradoxe is a very pretty fragrance, but the Intense is where it's at, okay? This opens up with pear, neroli, and bergamot. There's moss, jasmine, and neroli essence, bourbon, vanilla, and amber. This is a very pretty fragrance. You can wear this to brunch. You can wear it in the evening. I feel like you can definitely wear this at nighttime in the spring. If you're not doing something totally sexy and, you know, you need something that's going to stand out. But if you're going out in the evening, you can definitely wear this because this fragrance is intense enough that it can hold up in the day and at night. It's sweet. It has a presence to me. She's pretty. I love this fragrance. Prada Paradoxe Intense. Dior released Miss Dior Parfum last year, and they said they're going to give us all the fruits, okay? They said we are going to give you a fruit bomb, and that is what this fragrance is. It is so pretty. Another pretty feminine just everyday, day-to-day fragrance for spring. This is a fruity floral fragrance, but it's very fruity and sweet and tart, but it doesn't smell generic. It just smells beautiful and feminine, but still mass appealing, but not generic. And I feel like when it comes to designer fragrances, there can be a fine line between being mass appealing and generic and boring, you know? And to me, this fragrance doesn't smell generic. Well, at least on me, on my chemistry, it doesn't give me generic or boring. It definitely gives me feminine, soft girl era, springtime, frolicking. I just feel like spring comes with frolicking. You're wearing a dress and slippers and you're just frolicking because you're happy that it's no longer cold and you're doing things outside. You're doing brunches and lunches and all the fun things. Smell this in Sephora if you can. Get your nose on it because I feel like you'll be pleasantly surprised. When it comes to white florals, I have to say that jasmine is one of my favorite notes, and that is what you get in this next fragrance. This is by Gucci, and this is Gucci Flora Gorgeous Jasmine, and the jasmine is gorgeous in this fragrance. You must love a white, heady floral fragrance because that's what you're gonna get with this juice. Now, it does smell a little mature, okay? Not gonna lie to you, but I mean, I'm mature, so of course I'm gonna love this fragrance. It smells sophisticated, it smells classy. This is one of those fragrances that you can wear to church. You can wear this to an elevated brunch. You know, it's just a very classy, very sophisticated fragrance, and I love it. I don't think it's for everybody, and I don't think everybody's gonna smell it and gravitate to it because it's definitely a heavy, heady floral fragrance, okay? But it's so classy to me. So it opens up with Italian mandarin, there's bergamot and black pepper, there's jasmine, jasmine sambac, magnolia, and damask rose. There's also sandalwood, benzoin, and patchouli. It is a gorgeous fragrance. I love jasmine, so of course I love this fragrance. Get your nose on it and tell me what you think about it. If you have it, let's talk about it, because I know a lot of people are not going to gravitate to something like this because, like I said, it has a more mature type of scent, but I mean, I love it. I can pull it off. Gucci Flora Gorgeous Jasmine. Okay, you guys, the last fragrance on today's list that's a designer fragrance that I'm super excited to wear this spring is by Victoria Beckham, and it's Portofino 97. Yes, I love this so much. Y'all already know that, and I kind of struggled with this fragrance because I was like, girl, you've been talking. I mean, I just love it so much, y'all. I love it so much. I'm like, girl, you've been talking about this fragrance so much. Like, you could put her down. Like, you could wear her in the spring, but you ain't gotta let the girls know. But I said, no, I gotta let the girls know, okay? Because she is going to be on the list. Y'all already know that this is one of my recent obsessions, okay? I love this juice. This fragrance opens up with bergamot and black pepper. There's sea notes, there's amber, there's incense, vetiver, musk, and patchouli. There's just something about a fragrance that doesn't really have any fruity notes. I mean, bergamot, no, that's a citrus. I mean, it's citrus, but there's no sweet fruity notes in this fragrance. There's no floral notes in this fragrance. This is just a gorgeous, woody, earthy, green, just sophisticated, classy, elegant, sexy. She is all the things, okay? When you say all the things, to me, this fragrance is all the things. The performance is there, the sillage, the compliments. It is amazing. I love it so, 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 so much. Portofino 97 by Victoria Beckham. All right, guys, we made it to the end of the video. Leave it in the comments below and let me know what are some fragrances that you're super excited to wear this spring. Let's talk about all the spring gems and designer fragrances, okay? Because I'm definitely gonna have a niche fragrance video, but let's talk about some designer fragrances in this designer fragrance video. Be safe, be great, stay great, and always strive for greatness. AI the Great signing out, but I'll see you in my next video. Peace.